Yes.
Have you tried? I did. Look how many results came out. So 500 million results when you Google. What does that mean? It means there's plenty of people out there really looking for the product, being curious about wellness, like seeking for information. It's an enormous opportunity. So no wonder how big wellness industry become. Look, it's 3.4 trillion global industry, which is 3 times bigger than the whole pharma industry altogether. Isn't it amazing? So, this is how much Wellness Bowery is growing this year, year to date. Congratulations, so it's fantastic results. Fantastic. I'm also very proud to say that global top 5 products, now in global top 5, we have 5 wellness products. It means consumers love them, you love them. And it means that we have such a fantastic opportunity in this category. But probably you're asking, or like you're sitting and thinking, okay, but what do we do, what we can do to build this opportunity even bigger? Because it's not easy to recommend wellness products. People ask tons of questions, right? They're curious about things, and yes, this opportunity is big, but how in reality we can make it bigger? How we can invite more people to Oriflame? Who can answer to that question? Obviously, someone who is super successful today in wellness, and this is
I want to say that I'm really honored to be here on stage today on the 50th anniversary cruise, and this is my sixth cruise in my life, and I have never been on a ship that was so luxurious and so big and so amazing as what Oriflame has done for us. So we are really, really lucky. Wellness is my favorite category. Oriflame asked me, when they asked me to do this presentation, who is a customer for wellness? Well, everybody. This is Bere. Bere has been in Oriflame for about a little over a year now, and when she joined, she weighed 229 kilograms. Everybody would say she would need a surgery to lose the weight, a bypass gastric surgery. But she decided to give a try to all the Oriflame wellness products, because that's the first thing we talk about when we join new people, the wellness line. So far, she has lost over 46 kilograms, about 50 in 1 year. So, somebody who was a candidate for surgery is not going to do such a risky thing anymore. People think that wellness might be for people that are overweight, but actually, people who are amazingly fit, that do exercise for a living, are also candidates. This is my sister-in-law, Carla, and she's a yoga instructor. The only supplement she takes to be in such great shape is the wellness shake and the wellness stack. So when we think about wellness, it's not only for overweight people. It's also for people who are really fit, like my sister-in-law. When you think about selling something, you need to understand that you have to offer a solution to a problem. Mexico has a huge problem with chronic disease. 50 million people suffer allergies, 49 million people suffer hypertension, 15 million suffer diabetes, and 87 million are overweight or obese. This is really terrible. And you can understand that all this comes from lifestyle. I would suggest leaders from the different countries do a little research. under country's main health issues. In Mexico, it is diabetes. It is the leading cause of death since 2002. You will probably find out that all the main problems are related to eating too much, to being overweight and obese. Today, more people in the world die from eating too much than from hunger. When I read that statistic from the World Health Organization, I was really like, wow, what are we doing to ourselves? And something that's really sad is when I see little kids that are obese. In my generation, there were no obese little kids. So, you see, wellness is for everyone, from the morbidly obese to the amazingly fit, to everybody in between. That's why this is my favorite category, because when you want to do business with everybody, you have to have a product for everybody. And even though skincare is something we ladies use, and men should use as well, most men will not use skincare, not yet. But wellness, they will. So how do you offer the wellness sets? Well, we just seen the routine. Everybody needs every single part of the wellness set. And what we do at every opportunity meeting, when we talk about the product line, we only focus on wellness. We do talk about the statistics and the 50 years of expertise and all the scientists and everything. But when we talk about the products, we only show testimonials of people getting losing weight or getting better with their hypertension. So those always strike a nerve with the people in the audience, always. Because even though they might be healthy, maybe their husband is suffering hypertension or their mom is diabetic. So after each meeting, when we do the getting started, we only show really the wellness line. And so people join Oriflame many times with the wellness line for themselves. So they are twice as likely to place a second order than if they joined with anything else. And they also ask me how to engage people, how to throw challenges, how to engage communities. Well, to engage people, you have to get personal, always. And you have to start by setting an example. All of my life, I had struggled with my weight. Since I was 12, I yo-yo dieted all the way to when I was 25. At 25, I finally settled at a weight I was comfortable with because I never seemed to be able to keep off the weight. The only time I was really slender was when I got married. But very soon after getting married, I got pregnant. And then again, and then again. So, when I joined Oriflame, they wanted me to have a fourth. No, thank you. Just 3 kids for me. But when I joined Oriflame, when my youngest was a year old, I looked into the catalog. Nobody told me if the products worked or not. But I really wanted to lose the baby weight. So I started taking the shakes, and I lost about 10 kilograms. But then it stopped. In February of this year, while I was at my office, looking at one of my leaders open a cookie package with her coffee, I looked at her and was like, well, she has thyroid disease. I know sugar is no good for any chronic disease. And she always had cookies with her coffee, and of course everybody else in the office ate the cookies with her and their coffee. And I started thinking about the other leader that had as well thyroid disease, and the other one that had fatty liver, and the other one that was overweight, and actually most of my leaders were overweight. And so I asked her, what good did those cookies do to her life and everybody else's life around her? And I challenged this leader to just live a week without sugar. She said yes, and of course I had to do it because the leader set the example. And it was very hard in the beginning, not because I craved the sweets. I had stopped with the sweets a long time ago since I had started with the shakes, but because 80% of processed foods, 80% have sugar added in them. If you look even at a can of jalapeno peppers, they will have added sugar. So the first 3 days, I couldn't do it. because when I read the label, it had sugar. It was pretty hard, and I felt cheated by the food industry. They were making me eat sugar in the salty things that are not supposed to have sugar. After the third day, I threw everything away, I bought new things, and I started to learn how to cook without any sugar, how to cook from scratch, so I could really live without sugar. In April, we had our national convention in Panama. I had already lost about 4 kilograms. I was not fat anymore. My body mass index was of 25. Oriflame invited me to join them on stage to talk about changing habits, because I had posted my story of sugarless living on Facebook, and they knew I was doing something different. When I was on stage, my husband, as always, recorded what I was saying. He uploaded that speech onto YouTube, and the first thing on the comment section was, "She is fat. I don't believe her. She's talking about sugarless living." People are not going to say it to your faces. We are not want to hurt people's feelings. But if you are overweight, you cannot honestly promote a weight loss product. And so, when we came back from Panama, I had read a book that's called Effortless Healing that has 9 pillars from a doctor in the United States that's also a nutritionist. In those 9 pillars, one of the things he proposes is to drop all sugar and simple carbohydrates, all processed foods. I thought that I could do those pillars with the help of wellness. So I decided to launch a challenge with my team. But before launching the challenge, I went public on Facebook because I decided to commit myself to losing all the weight I needed to lose in order to fit into my wedding dress. So 2 weeks before my 15-year anniversary, I could zip the dress back up. On the date of my anniversary, I went back to my pre-pregnancy weight. So I did that publicly because from experience in Oriflame, I know that when you go public with any goal you have 10 times more chances of going through with your goal. So when I launched the challenge, I told my team we were going to follow the 9 pillars of Dr. Joseph Mercola, and that we had to do it with wellness. On May 8th, we gathered in my office. I called a lab. They drew blood samples from everybody, and we tested cholesterol levels, glucose, insulin levels, vitamin D levels, and hemoglobin. By the way, everybody who got tested was below the healthy level for vitamin D. Every single one of us. So I've asked Oriflame, and I will ask again, we need a vitamin D3 supplement. Because vitamin D deficiency is related to hypertension, to obesity, to diabetes, and many more things. Okay, so, yeah. And the only way to get enough vitamin D is through the sun, but then we need to wear sunblock, and we wear sunblock, we will not get the vitamin D. So, we also measured our waistlines, our hips, and we weighed ourselves. The only other condition to participate in the challenge was to get everybody to buy 100 wellness BPs every single catalog of the 3 months the challenge lasted. So, we all tried to follow Dr. Mercola's pillars along with taking the wellness line. In the end, from the 50 participants who drew the blood, only 12 ended. And that's something you will always expect. The thing is that when we measured the 12 that ended, we all got amazing results in our blood work. We all lost weight. As you can see, we lost an average of 4.5 kilograms each. We reduced our waistlines by 6 centimeters, our hips by 5. We dropped our glucose level for 6.5%, our HC1 level 2% less, insulin level, you know, the insulin is the hormone that makes you fat. Nobody tests insulin. If you test your insulin level, if you're over 5, that means you're in accumulation mode. So you have to try to go below 5. And we dropped 10% on insulin levels. our cholesterol level, the good cholesterol, stayed level as it was supposed to be. But the bad cholesterol dropped 2.95%. And the vitamin D, just by going out in the sun, rose 47%. But still, even though it rose, almost nobody went to the normal levels. And the summer is over. We have no more time to get sun. So we really do need a vitamin D supplement for Oriflame, because if you get tested, most people here will be below 30, which is the minimum from the World Health Organization. So this is what we got. You cannot imagine how good it feels to see your before results in your blood work and your after results. It's like when you got an A or a 10, the best grade in school, because you know that you can do something about your health, and that really feels amazing. And the results from that, we started 50 in May. We're going to have a new challenge next October. And as of today, we have 415 people registered for the new challenge. So, yeah. How to communicate on social media? Well, you have to post everything. Sadly, today, we have our Facebooks blocked from the cruise. So we cannot show everybody what we're doing, or we are limited. But when we go back home, we have to show everything on Facebook. I heard from Nadia Mayutia in Indonesia, last, I think it was in January, that you on Facebook are your personal catalog. Whatever you show is what people know about you. So you have to post everything good you do in Oriflame. When we did the first challenge, we did it just ourselves, without telling anybody. We wanted to see results. When we went public, people from all networks in Mexico are asking me to join. I tell them, ask Oriflame to do a challenge, or ask your leader to do a challenge. So when you go public, you reach people you don't even know. And when you post about success stories, people achieving goals, you create interest and generate positive energy. And you reach people you've never met before. One such people is Chari. She's a diamond leader from Spain. She's severely overweight. By the way, she's not here with us today because she had planned to have a gastric bypass surgery at the beginning of this year. And she thought it would be around this time. So she decided to stay home. Well, she reached out to me because I post all kinds of trainings online on my YouTube channel, my husband's YouTube channel. Julie Guzman has many videos of my trainings. So they are in Spanish, so they reach a huge audience. She contacted me through Facebook because she had seen one of my videos about wellness and diabetes. And that's when she told me she wanted to have a bypass gastric surgery, that she had decided that, but she wanted to see if I could share my presentation with her. I tried to convince her not to have the surgery because it is very dangerous and you will probably not be healthy for the rest of your life. She said that she already had decided about it, but then I told her about Bere. Remember Bere, the morbidly obese with 229 kilograms? I told her that Bere had already lost about 35 kilograms just by doing some changes in her eating habits. And then Chari got in touch with Bere because they are all on social media, and Chari got inspired by Bere's story. And so as of today, Chari has done many lifestyle changes, and now she's doubting about getting the surgery. This is Bere. About 2 weeks ago, she posted a picture of herself jogging a 5K race. When I saw that, and it was the second time she posted about doing something like that, I mean, to see someone working so hard at losing the weight and getting her life back together, because she's a mother of 2. To me, it is really inspiring. I mean, she leaves me without any excuses. I have no overweight issues. I need to go out and run. But what I felt the proudest about was what she said on that post with her picture. Of course, she was part of her challenge. She lost 13 more kilograms during the time the challenge lasted, even though she was taking hormonal therapy, and her doctors told her that she would not lose weight, that she would actually gain weight. So she was really happy about losing weight during the challenge. So on that post, she said, what started as a challenge has now become my lifestyle. Can you imagine having such a positive impact on people's life? Can you imagine what it feels like to change people's health so they have a better outlook on life? That is what wellness can do for everybody. Because if you don't have health, you have absolutely nothing. Just ask Steve Jobs, who died of pancreatic cancer. With all the money in the world, he could not survive the disease. So what has this done to my business? Well, 30% of all my network sale, my commercial network, are coming from wellness. On the day of the rally, there's a VIP thing of wellness. They invited the top sales leaders from wellness. And I'm really proud to say that all of my people who are here in this cruise were invited to that meeting because we all focus on wellness. My network is everywhere in Mexico, everywhere. And I live really far away from most people, about 3,000 kilometers. I cannot drive to meet them. So the only category we found you create enough loyalty for people to develop far away is through wellness. And if you see how other countries are doing, well, I sell 30% wellness. The world sells about 6% wellness. Mexico sells about 10% wellness. But can you tell me which country is the fastest growing, the one that is really huge and that has the most people on the cruise trip? You know? The Chinese. Have you seen how fast they're growing? Well, 40% of their business is through wellness. 40%, and they don't have the wellness packs. They have all the products individually because it's illegal in China to sell them by packs. So, now, personally, I have been living without Diet Coke for a year and a half. I was addicted to Diet Coke for 30 years. I have been exercising for over a year now. And I have been sugarless living since February of this year. They talked about just enough. Lagom, I think it was the word in Swedish. You cannot try to do everything at once. It has to be little by little. Drop a bad habit, adopt a good one. Then drop another bad habit, and then adopt a good one. For the first time in my life, and I turned 44 last Monday, I have been feeling in total control of my health and my weight. So Eva, I invite all of you to have a positive impact in the world while growing your business. Come join the challenge. Thank you very much.
Bravo.